Good morning, guys. How's everybody doing today? Hope you're all doing well. Ooh, big uptick in Nasdaq at the open. Well, no, not really. We had a sell-off and then a reversal, 75-point initial balance range. Not too wide, not too narrow, but not too wide. So, nice little pop. Could we get a uptrend day today, actually? Very, very possible. Yesterday's squeeze was beautiful. We ended up squeezing all the way up to 12,300. So, quick look at the hourly. So this is what happened on the hourly midpoint rejection. So funny enough, we started trading within last week's value area. We got rejected off of last week's POC. Very normal. Now, above 12,300, 12,330, very bullish. Because if we end up breaking these imbalances, very, very bullish. We get to test this uptrend line. We broke this trend line, bounced off of it. Technically, we kind of squeezed below it. Leads me to believe that we took out these stops. We bounced off of two areas right here. We bounced off of this point of control on the weekly, as well as the bottom of this consolidation box that I've created. You could see that I started it from here because of this consolidation. Broke out again, broke out. Not the most accurate. You can technically create two boxes if you want, but otherwise it just looks messy, right? This just looks kind of messy, so I'm not going to. We'll chalk this up to, I don't know. I guess you could if you'd like to. Right? So the midpoint of this held. Well, no, actually, yeah, it kind of did hold, but we kind of sold off at the open, bounced back from here, and hopefully we'll make new highs because we just broke this imbalance on the hourly, looking to break this imbalance on the hourly, and then if we start making higher highs from here, honestly, guys, I really do think this could be a this could be another big squeeze day. So what we could do, this looks to me like one consolidation box as well. Think about it. It does look like it, doesn't it? And it looks pretty clean too. Looks pretty clean because we did just get a rejection off of here. Now it seems to me like we're breaking it. Ooh, where did that go? Yep, seems to me like we're going to break it. Retest 75, above 75, we retest 330, right? I'm looking to go long here today. Hey, Hefe, yo, Hefe, what's up, dude? How you doing today, buddy? Did you ever hear back from Apex? You never answered me yesterday. A lot of rotations here. 30 ATR. They said not their mistake. Obviously, it's not their mistake, buddy, but like, well, that kind of sucks. Like, I get it, not their mistake, but like, nothing you guys can do about it. Oh, that's frustrating, man. I'm sorry to hear that. Are you back in though? Nice, 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 nice. 8 minutes in. Well, it doesn't really matter. Like, it's going long is the move anyway. Oh shit, you went long from the bottom. Please tell me you held. Oh, that's a good trade, man. Good trade. Keep an eye on ES today though. Could provide potential signals. But I feel like they're working in sync today, so it seems to me like we don't have one leading the other or lagging the other. So until obviously that changes, but it's also funny because we kind of did pick up around this trend line here, this kind of sort of longer term trend line. Um, Seems to me like we just want to go higher, but incredible volatility over here. Massive volatility here. I was waiting for another shakeout to 12,200. But I didn't get filled on full size. Let me get out of this. I'm waiting for a shakeout in all fairness. Oh, I think the IB high, what ended up happening, I think the IB high was it, because if you took it 8 minutes in, then the initial balance wasn't really set until then anyway, because this is a 10-minute initial balance. Dude, is it me or is it just a bit laggy here right now? Feels laggy. What the hell's going on? So this is the daily footprint. It's kind of like a daily volume profile bar, really. Um, You can tell there's this massive volume node from yesterday at 12,265. Potentially, once we break this, I think we can go higher. A lot of buying at the top, a lot of selling at the bottom. Uh, Look at the incredible buying delta from here. This is just, yeah, it was incredible buying delta above 12K. I don't see many negative deltas, except at the bottom maybe. Kind of makes sense, right? Because these guys all got stopped out. So you get this whoosh all the way up here. Okay, POC printed very early on in the day. I don't want to chase this. I want to see if we can get a retest. But the problem is with these types of days is you might not even get a good dip because it becomes so aggressive. It's like you see this would have been a perfect entry opportunity at 9:51, but that was like 3 minutes ago. Like you're barely gonna get time to enter. You could potentially put a bid in here. If you get filled, you get filled. That would be good. But this seems to be an incredibly aggressive move. Like very, very aggressive. You have the old POC here, overnight POC, as well as yesterday's kind of. No, this was the overnight POC. We built a lot of volume here overnight. We built a lot of volume here overnight. Because we built a lot of volume here overnight, what I want to do, we essentially built enough volume here and continued overnight that the POC changed after hours. So what I will do is this. Hold on. Let's see if we can get a better picture. Could this be midpoint? Could this be midpoint? I don't know. This is one big consolidation. Take a scalp off 77 real quick if you could make sense on Nasdaq. But the problem is this might not be the most accurate midpoint. Like this would be the scalp, I think. Because depending on where you draw your box, it's either here or here, right? A good area to go long would be 30 right here because there's no volume. So I think if it comes down here, there's 30, and then a second area would be the POC. But moves like this, you might not even get a significant pullback because of people, because this is a squeeze. This is like, this is a pure squeeze. I mean, what does it say that you've had aggressive selling from the open? You have constant selling, and then somebody, actually this might not even just be a squeeze. It might be a bit of both because we still have negative delta at highs. Some big player is just sitting there just eating everything up. Maybe CPI news came out or leaked out or something. I don't know. Maybe they know something we don't, but someone's just sitting here just eating every order up, and uh that's causing squeeze in the market. Because this negative delta, we shouldn't have negative delta. Like you shouldn't have a negative delta like 150 points above, from highs, away from highs. Sorry, away from lows. Oh, come on. So this negative delta means that any pullback is going to get bought. And this is literally, this is what it looks like when you're hiding behind a big elephant, or when you're kind of like riding the train. Actually, maybe not 30. I think 20. No, 26 might not even get filled because of this low volume node. 28? Yeah. We'll do it here. If it gets filled, it gets filled. I don't know if you're still there, Hefe, but one thing I'll tell you is don't try, just because you lost the account, don't try to trade bigger than you normally would, just because you're like kind of revenge trading and you want to, you want to pass the evaluation as soon as you can. What do you mean too late? Did you already pass it? Oh man. You traded too big? I thought you went long on 8 minutes in. Did you take another trade? You didn't fade the market, did you? No, revenge trade isn't good at all. That's what I'm saying. It's like you blew up on a stupid technicality, and now you're just trying to like get back at the market, or you're just trying to get back at Apex or something. Like you're just trying to like, POC actually, oh, okay. Something about Sierra chart today just seems laggy. I don't know if it's my computer, I don't know if it's Sierra chart, but there's something that just seems laggy. I'm going to remove this daily delta. I don't know how much. I don't know how much bandwidth this is taking from my computer. Yo, how big of a squeeze this could get, I don't know. Actually, this is scary. The size of the squeeze is something that I'm not too certain of, but I think this should hold here. 12K should hold, but the problem is the squeezes in Nasdaq are very, very, very aggressive. And this buyback could have literally just been somebody who wanted to take profit out of here, and once they're done taking their profit, then they're not buying anymore. Need to be very, very careful. Big sell-off. Need to manage my risk here at this point. Probably need to look to get out if there's any sort of pullback. This is catching everybody off guard. This is squeezing literally everybody up here. Hold on. Gotta make sure I don't get... Fuck me, this is aggressive, dude. Have to hold at VWAP. If we don't hold at VWAP, this can go all the way down and make new lows at this point. Like, this is crazy. Let's do this. Great. Now the problem is we're gonna have a lot of selling that comes in at every pullback simply because guys like me who are stuck are using it as an opportunity to get out. So what I will do is I'll take some off whenever I can. At any pullback, I'll try to like de-risk a little bit. This structure is kind of annoying me right here now. Like 12K is turning into resistance. We have to break above 12K, and I think we can go back at the very least to test like the middle of this area. But this is really, really, really it's rough because it's tough to read now. You don't know if this is going to get picked up or if it's going to continue the sell-off because of how aggressive the sell-off was. Take some off. I'm just trying to de-risk wherever I can so that I don't end up losing too much. Trying to stay calm. A lot of selling here. Barely downticked from this selling, from this 100 delta, barely downticked, and now we're getting buying. That's good. I may be able to scratch this trade if anything. I think a touch of POC, I could scratch this trade to try to figure out what the fuck is going on. Because this sell-off caught me and everybody else off guard. And I want to know if there was something that could have been done. Maybe... No, not really. I mean, ES also looked a little bit off the mark. POC on ES maybe kind of came down a bit. I don't know. I don't know if we get a full retracement of this, actually. Because this is also an aggressive move. Like, this is just stops getting taken out as well. So it's like you're getting stops being taken out on both sides. Oh, I'm just going to close my window. So we de-risked a little bit, which is good. And that makes me a bit more comfortable. Now this is nice to see. You can probably pick a bid at 16 and continue higher to new highs, perhaps. Very, 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 very possible. Like this could be a straight up V reversal to back to the upside. Like, yeah. Don't want to add on to this though. That's the issue. Is that I don't think it would be a good trade to add into, because I still don't know where the actual direction could be. Like we could literally rally all the way back up to here and then sell off again, even more aggressively. Like I don't want to chase the trade, but I could potentially add. Maybe not actually. I don't know. I'm not too comfortable. If I'm not too comfortable, I don't want to add. Just kind of wait and see. So 16 picked up a bid like we expected it to, but is it going to hold the bid? I think this is also quite important right here. Okay, so we just broke it. Angle maybe around here. Could be significant. I like this. No. I think I like this rotation better. So I like the fact that we shook out everybody, because shaking out every long over here means that it's a lot easier to go higher. But then again, if you're shaking out all the shorts, then it's a lot easier to go lower. Maybe I should have taken some off here at the top. Maybe I should have taken it all at the top actually. No, actually I don't know. I like the price action here. I like this price action here. I like the fact that we kind of got rejected real quick. We're back into this consolidation. I think if we break 30, we're going straight up now. So we barely faked into this consolidation zone. We barely got into it, and now we reversed real quickly into the zone above us. Yeah. I think we go higher from here. Pick me up, pick me up, pick me up, please, please, please. There you go. Okay, I'm okay with this now. I actually like this trade a bit better. This gives me the confirmation that we tried to go lower, we couldn't, and now we're back into this, and I'm okay chasing this higher. Wicks like this is also quite telling, you know what I mean? Like, I know it's just a 3-minute candle, and I know I don't like looking at candle patterns, candlestick patterns, but, you know, they're sometimes telling. I'm not stressed. There's an attempt to go higher. The attempt is there, so it's a clear, it's a wide range between buyers and sellers from here to here. We shouldn't make a lower low. If we make a lower low from here, then yeah, obviously it doesn't look good. But making a lower low from here doesn't necessarily mean that you're out. Like, you are wrong when we actually make a low of the day, right? But if your entry is here, this is a really wide stop, right? So you can't really play it that way unless you have the money. Because if you have the money, you could literally just be adding and accumulating positions all over here. You put a stop below here, you're kind of wrong. But I've seen Nasdaq literally make a low and then push for highs. But if this market wants to go higher, then it shouldn't necessarily come back down. No, we're creating imbalances on the way. 1, 2, 3. These guys are getting stopped out. I thought I had the confirmation over here, but even I got faked out again. Yeah, I know, man, but it's a big range. If you think about it, it's a big range, you know? And you could argue that this could be the midpoint of that range. You're stopping people out in all directions. You could see these imbalances. It's going up real quick, it's going down real quick, going up real quick. The thing is, you shouldn't be hovering around VPOC for too long. You should be pushing away from VPOC, right? And now the market doesn't know whether it wants to push down or push up. My initial gut feeling tells me that it should be pushing up simply because of a few things, because we're building value up here. We're building value outside of the initial balance, and you see that the value area low, even though we're kind of selling off, this value area low continues to go higher and higher and higher. Like, yeah, at some point it was here, dropped down to here real quickly, but very slowly we're building volume, and the value area keeps going higher and higher and higher, the value area low. So this is getting tighter and tighter. The volume is being more concentrated between here and here. So this could be overnight players just trying to keep the market at this level, because we were here overnight, got rejected off T+1. We got rejected really well off T+1, this T+1 and POC. So this consolidation zone is providing to be resistance. So that's interesting. We don't want to get back into this consolidation zone. If we get back into this consolidation zone, which is obviously above 30, well, yeah, because you're building value higher, right? But if you want to look at it from a longer time frame perspective, right? We're building value lower than yesterday, right? But in any case, what we're doing right now, we're ranging simply because we need to fill this gap right here. We're looking to fill this gap right here. So you would argue that 180 would be the low, right? You see 180 over here? It's because there's no volume. Like, you're trying to fill this gap. So I'm not too worried. I'm not too stressed because market's just trying to fill this gap and potentially go higher. Like, even on the hourly, this kind of confirms it. Like, just take a quick look at the hourly. This looks cleaner. You have a few things that you can watch out for. You have this trend line that we broke overnight, and now we're picking a bit up at this trend line. Not only that, but last week's value area, right? We were trading below last week's value area. We tested last week's value area low, this line right here. Maybe I can draw it, it might be better. This line right here is last week's value area low, VAL. You can see it coincides with this. We got rejected off of it, we came down, and now we're back up here. But not only are we back up here, but we're back, we traded overnight and a little bit of yesterday's session, I think, inside last week's value area. So because we're inside last week's value area, we didn't really get rejected straight away. We built a bit of volume here, as you can see. Built a bit of volume, tried to get rejected, and at the open we picked up a straight bid. And I will put my, I don't want to say trust, but I would argue that obviously the day session is a lot more influential than the night session. So just because we sold off here at night doesn't mean that the day session, like the American session, can't push it right back up. So we are back, we are outside of this week's value area. Actually, let's take another look here because this is also a developing value. This is developing, right? So I don't know if you see this, but this green line is developing value. So even though the value area of this week is here, at some point overnight and at some point today, it was getting higher and higher and higher and higher and higher and higher. So we tried to go down below it, got rejected, and now we're back up. These things are telling. Like, these things from a bigger perspective can help you understand whether you're right or wrong. And holy fuck, I am really on side on this trade. I had my eye on it, but I had my eye when we were hovering at 40. Now I am ridiculously offside. I'm getting out at, oh, I wouldn't even, no, never mind. What am I saying? We broke this POC. 300 could be the target now. No volume, hold on, sorry. No volume conducted at lower area. Is it a magnet? What do you mean, is it a magnet? Like these lower areas? Okay, so I'll tell you one thing though. When the markets create this type of, if you look at the daily and the markets create a profile like this, right? The next day or at some point, what the markets will do is the markets will try to fill out this gap eventually. They will try to fill out that gap. You go look at any volume profile and you'll notice this. Like here, we've tried to fill up this gap. Was there a gap? Let me manage this trade a little bit. Let me take some off. 90. Let's go 90 and then here and then here. We might not. Fuck it, I'm out all of it. because I think I passed. Yep, I just passed my funded accounts. Cool. I passed my funded accounts and I'm on vacation next week, which means I won't really be able to trade next week. But what I will be able to do is I'll be able to log in, take one trade a day so that by the time I'm back, I'll have my funded accounts ready to go. All right, we just passed. Yeah, I passed my funded. I passed my funded account. No, not my funded, sorry, my evaluation, because I blew up my funded, remember? Like last week I blew up my funded and I was really upset and disappointed because of the way that I traded stupidly. Yeah, so I just passed my evaluation accounts on Apex. I may end up getting more. I may end up getting a few more because it's 80% off, right? So it's, why not? What I can do is I can trade those on the side, but I'll focus more on my funded. So I'll get, because it expires, the 80% expires next Tuesday, so I can get some on Tuesday, take a few trades on all my accounts. That way, when I pass, I'll be ready to go. So for these ones I've already passed, I just passed them. So I may take like a few micro trades here and there, maybe some 2-3 micro trades, because I want to keep fresh. I don't want to take random ass trades. Like I want to take good solid trades. So it's a good thing we took profit up here at 85 when I saw the struggle, because I didn't want to get stuck into this pullback, because this pullback could be even more aggressive if it ever gets to that. It could be. So let's take a look at, let me do something here. I want to show you something. B range, apply initial balance, hide. All right. So I removed the initial balance just to kind of show you. So there is, let's do a test here. This was Friday. This was NFP, so it might be a bit difficult, but this was a wide range. So I will do a test here. I will do an extending rectangle. I would say here's volume. Maybe the lowest point of volume is here to here. Maybe even you could argue even here to here. Let's do something here. Extending rectangle here to, we'll do here to here. We'll change the color of this just so we know. So okay, majority of the low volume is here, because you can still see there's a bit of volume here if you look at it. Volume here. There's not much, but I would say the majority of the low volume would be here if you want to compare. Event at some point, I am pretty sure we ranged. I think this could be considered as a range. So the market likes to trade within these low volume areas. Either two things can happen. Either we go through them really fast, or we get rejected off of them. So there's a gap from here to here that we tried to trade, and this gap was here as well. So it's important to recognize this. It's harder to see on a 3-minute. I'm pretty sure if I show you a TPO profile. So there is low volume here, you could see. Here. Okay, let's look at it from here. Here. Here and here, but I think here is more prominent. You see at the top of this? Because the top of this is this zone here, where there's low volume. So it could range a little bit between these two areas. Holy fuck, look at that. You see this? Overnight. No volume here and here, so it starts to fill this volume gap. And then once it's filled, anything can happen, obviously. But markets will always try to fill a low volume zone. Either, like I said, either we get rejected off of a low volume zone or we fill a low volume zone. So if you're doing like a longer term analysis, let me try to pull something up here. If you're doing like your longer term analysis, so this is a weekly profile, so it's not a daily, but you could see there's so much shit going on here. Actually, it's kind of hard. I need to change the colors. I keep saying this, but you could see this is a low volume. Bit difficult because it's on a weekly, but you'll notice that like, because the thing that happens with low volume, the reason why it's low volume is because the market moves down really quick. Moves down really, really quick. And rejections off of these low volume areas are normal because like the market's not interested in trading when there's low volume. It's not interested in trading when there's low volume. So what ends up happening is either, like I said, either you get rejected off of it or you move through it really quickly like you did over here. Because you're not really building volume. So it's like the market doesn't give a shit about trading here. And then look at this, you get rejection, 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 rejection. All these wicks here, market's not interested in trading. So it's not even like, it doesn't even go down, back down real quick. You have this, market keeps getting rejected off of these areas. It's like attempting to build volume, but it can't. And then either it goes down really quickly or it just goes back up really quickly because it's rejected. And then coming back down, it goes down really, really quickly. Because it doesn't want to build, for some reason, it's not interested in building volume here. I overtraded on the funded accounts. I overtraded. I did a video on it actually. I forget. I'm very good at like putting shit in the past. I made a video on it. I actually discussed how I lost the accounts. If I remember correctly, I over leveraged. I remember I was fading the market. I was fading the market on a day where I shouldn't have been fading. I think it was, what is this? This is not last week, is this? This is last week, yeah. I don't remember when I lost the accounts, but I do remember on a down day, I kept fading the market. I kept going long. And I made the analysis as to why I was wrong. Like, it made no sense why I would fade a market that was so incredibly bearish. I lost it on Friday, I think. I kept buying this dip like an idiot, and I just ended up, because I was losing, because I kept seeing the account had like a nice buffer. I got liquidated. My threshold got hit. I traded recklessly. You see how like it can be a good opportunity to go short at low volume zones. You know, you create this massive imbalance, like you create this like area where there's no interest to trade. You can put a short here. Put a short here, take a few ticks off. It gets rejected several times. Dude, I was really upset, man. I was really, really upset. Now we're creating some structure. No respect for market and hard-headed, yo, man. You and me both made some really bad mistakes that day. I remember making a joke. I was saying, like, if anybody's watching me, just take the opposite of my trades. You'll make a shit ton of money. Everything I did was the wrong decision. 2 MNQ is nothing, dude. I passed with a decent buffer too. And it was a good trade too. Honestly, I should have put a shit ton more size here. Look at this. The market squeezed up into this heavily stacked imbalance and it just got rejected. I was on side almost immediately. 30 pips? I think so. I got out around 47. I got in at around 70. About 2023. 2023. That's funny. Let's update this over here. Daily loss. What am I at today? Fills. $577, $575 statistics. Oh, I like this 3.6 profit factor. What I'm getting really good. Well, I'm getting really good at breakout trades. I'm getting really good at recognizing when you really need to push. Last week, I was still good at it last week, but for whatever reason, I was stubborn last week. Like I knew that I should have just gone short, but I was incredibly stubborn. But I'm good at recognizing when the market wants to push higher, when the market doesn't want to push higher. I can get a lot better, of course, but hey, where are we at here? 1,152. I was analyzing my statistics yesterday. I was looking at my flat to flat percentage profitable. It was very low. It made no sense. Like, I think it was Tuesday. I was 44% profitable on Tuesday. Yet I was up $2,800 on Tuesday. 44% profitable with a really strong profit factor. But and then I started analyzing this area, this here. Where was this? Here, this is important. Average quantity per flat to flat winning trade. Average quantity per flat to flat losing trade. So I was sizing up more on my winning trades than I was on my losing trades. So yeah, dude, I want that beach vacation too. Well, I'm going on vacation next week, but not to the beach. It's important to analyze your stats because then you could really you can really improve on areas that you don't realize. Not many people would look at this. Not many people would look at this, but this is important for me to understand. I'm sizing less on my losers and I'm sizing more on my winners. Maybe because I'm more sure of my winners and less sure of my losers. But if I'm less sure of my losers, then why am I fucking taking losing trades when I'm not sure? So, right? So maybe you could eliminate all of this together. I can't. No, it's okay. So this right here is my average quantity. So my average size. No. This is not MAE, MFE. No. This is average size per winning trade. So when I'm in a, this was on Tuesday. So when I'm in a winning trade, I size up more. When I'm in a losing trade, I size up less. So because of this is why my profit factor is a bit skewed. This is why my profit factor is 2.94, but it doesn't show you the full picture. Because I'm not consistently sizing, right? And this is also really telling over here. My flat to flat percentage profitable, which means it's a 44% win rate. 44% win rate. And I made $2,800 that day. I don't know, these things are important to analyze because it kind of helps you understand how you're trading. Today was a pretty good day too. Let's look at it. Today I didn't lose anything actually. Today I had 100% winning trades, but I was still pretty equity valley. No, not even, dude. I remember today I took a few losses. What am I saying? My flat to flat because I took a few losses. So flat to flat is 100%, but I was 65% profitable in my trades, which means my equity peak was 1152. Yeah. Not a bad day today. Not a bad day today. Rotations, man. Rotations are so freaking important. Look at this. Isn't it crazy? Isn't it fucking crazy? Like, come on, dude. You tell me you don't draw these, and like, how are you gonna know when to go long when you're wrong? Break out of this. Retest this. Break out. Come back. Retest the same spot. Go back. Like. And these are not clear support, clear resistance. Like these are not the type of support resistance that you're drawing on a longer time frame, right? These are very short-term support resistance for day trading, for day trading purposes. The first short here was great. The second short not too good because we ended up breaking it. Like quick analysis. We came up, we got rejected, right? We came back up, the rejection, is now here compared to here. This difference tells you that we're not willing to go lower. So you could take a long, you put your stop here, you take a long anywhere here. If you see this, you put your stop here. It's a short trade. Like it's a very short-term trade. Gotta watch this trend line. I think this trend line can break at 12 o'clock. Maybe sooner. Maybe not at all. We're back above this. It's very dangerous here now. Maybe a sell-off or just a straight up just buy. Technically from 161, it's like low volume here. Maybe not because you still have volume, but just take a look. Rejected, we came back. Isn't it crazy? I just drew this without realizing. We got rejected here at 12,300. Break, rejection, fill up that gap. Now we're back up here. Are we done filling this gap? We don't know yet. That's the thing. We could reject and come all the way back down to here. We might not be done filling that gap. But we filled it up here, so something tells me that we're done. Something tells me that we are done. Actually, let's just keep this. Yeah, because it's easier to see, obviously, you know. But if I do just like a regular rectangle like this, it's not easier to see. But I don't want to have too many colors when I'm because I do way too many boxes, so I don't want to have like colors all over the place. This is long term right here. This started off from here. So this is a channel right now. If you think about it, maybe from tight channel. Nah, not even. No, it won't work. A bit of a break here. This is the first time we've actually... Did I move this? Did I move this? I don't know. I don't remember. Yeah, for sure. Because I'm day trading. So it's like... But not, I mean, no, not really, because I like to look at the full structure. I could trade solely off footprint, but I need volume profile, I need point of control, I need initial balance high. If I put it all on one screen, it's going to be too much. So I like to separate them. So I like to look at this for overall market structure on a day, and then the footprints are for the entries and exits. I'm also thinking about removing this price ladder. I'm thinking about removing this price ladder and doing it this way instead. No, I don't, not really Elliott wave, no. I'm not too familiar with Elliott wave. The only thing I know about Elliott wave is it has its like 1, 2, 3, 4, some shit like this, but I have no idea how it works. Just like I need to see like the bigger picture. It's harder to see the bigger picture on the footprint, like unless I do this. But then again, it looks like a candlestick, right? Like it just looks like candlesticks. It's difficult. I need to see a very like a magnified version, which is a footprint, and then a slightly bigger version, which is the candlestick on a 3 minute, because then I can see the day, right? I can see the day, I can see the overnight, because for me the overnight is separated into black and then gray. So let me show you what I mean by the price ladder. I remove it and I'll put it here. Attach here. So I'll click. Whoa. What is this? Why is that working? Why is that not working? Chart trade mode on. Trading chart DOM on. Wait a second. Why did that happen? I don't know. That's weird. I have to figure this out. Oh, I see. Okay. I see. Yeah, now it works. I guess you could see like this, right? This looks pretty good. And then I can do things like bracket orders. Hold on. Settings, order to trade. So I can do attached orders like this. So you get to see the lines. And there is, I haven't played around with this too much, so I don't know why this looks like this. You can barely see the, you see, this is why I don't like doing it. Yeah, I know, me too. Oh, because the scaling is off. Because this is showing me, see at 307. Something's wrong here. That's crazy. Look at this. Between 06 and 07, there's 110 contracts, or there was. Between 09 and 10, there's 110 contracts. So 09 and 10, there's 110 contracts somewhere in the middle over here. Are these accurate? These are accurate, yeah. But why don't I see this? Why don't I see the 121 at 301? Yeah, you see that I don't trade with the stop loss either, which is really, really bad. But I'm pretty decent at getting out. Like I'll sometimes I'll hold my trades for a bit too long. But sometimes I'll enter and I'll put a stop loss right away. Because I know that that's where I'm wrong. So you got to manage it though. You really have to stick to the stop. You really have to. Like it's really not good otherwise. So can we just take a fucking pause here because I am really confused with the data that I'm seeing here. I am very, very confused. Take a look at this. Like I have 110. Well, it's hard. How am I gonna do this? Oh, I see. Let me do something here. Disconnect. Okay, so I just disconnected so that we can see. Take a look at 309. here. I have 10, 22, 13. Where is it? I don't see it. 10, I don't see it. At 12, I have 17. I have 17, but I have 12 below it. 17, 8. What? Why the fuck is this so inconsistent? I have 111 at 318. I don't have 111. 111, 10, 7, 12. I don't see any of this. Well, obviously because of this tick size. Let's change the tick size. Remove. File. Connect to data feed. Alright. Disconnect. Because this shit's moving way too fast. So why do I see 111 at 12,325, but at 12,325 I don't see 111? Something's fucked up. I need to figure this out. 115 at 12,320. 111 at 12,320. Dude, I can't trade like this. Now that I know this, how am I going to trade? Just trying to figure this out. Sorry, guys. Maybe I should do this at another time, but you guys can see why I'm confused. I have 115 at 12,320, but on this ladder I don't have 115 at 12,320. I have 1348, but I have 946. Either that or I'm getting wrong data. Either that or the type of data that I'm getting here. Symbol. Okay, I think I understand why. Try this. Aha! Okay, now it makes sense. Now this makes sense. 2, 4, 4, 6, 9, 11, 10, 12. 2, 4, 4, 9, 6, 9, 11, 10, 12. Alright, now the data's right. Okay. Alright, that makes sense. I was looking at the micro over here, and over here I'm looking at the Nasdaq. Great. Now this makes sense. Where are we trading? Oh, we broke out. I stopped trading because, well, you guys know why. Do you prefer this? Do you prefer the chart window? Do you guys prefer looking at it like this, or do you prefer the price ladder? Nah, that's gonna mess me up. That'll mess me up. I'm so used to having it on the left. This is something that I need to figure out. The scaling is something that I need to figure out because otherwise I won't be able to scale like, because I gotta see it like this. And if I see it like this, then I can't see the numbers. You see? Like, for me, in order for me to see the numbers, I need to like look at the footprint like this, which is almost impossible to do. So there has to be something. Yeah, I need to see the bids and asks. Otherwise, what's the point of having your market depth? Oh, okay, that's why. Yeah, you have to, okay, now it makes sense. But then I still won't, like, if I'm trading it like this, I still won't be able to see. So it's like I have to keep it scaled in like this, which is still kind of fucked. But the one thing I like about this here, I'm gonna need, let me do some settings here. Trade, chart trade settings. Oh, interesting. General working orders, order quantity, additional information, order status, attached order appeal. Order association line. I think order association line is what I should be looking. Yeah, these little orders. So if I have this, then technically, like you can see, let me do a 1 micro trade here, just to show you what that would look like. If I enter long here, oh fuck, I took a bracket trade, hold on. But say I remove the stop, if I put in like a buy order here, that's not going to attach it. If I put a stop here, oh, that still won't attach it. Interesting. I thought maybe it would attach to this as kind of like a tracker, but only when I use bracket orders. Like if I use a, where's my bracket order? What the fuck? You should have a set stop loss though. Oh, I see. That's why. Okay, 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 okay. Interesting. So I also don't like the fact that it changes from green to red. I like to have it neutral color. Like red just kind of like freaks me out, you know? Green will freak me out too because oh my god, I'm green. Like I like to have it neutral color to like to try to eliminate all emotion out of it and just look at it from this perspective. I don't know how I feel about this. Obviously, I need to change the colors because I fucked around here. Like this is so stupid. This doesn't even look nice. Or change the transparency. So obviously, I don't think I'm gonna keep this, but if I do keep this, I'm obviously gonna change the colors here. But this is just like just to show like what it would look like. What I do like about this is the fact that I get to see it on the chart where I'm entered and where I'm exited. But you know, I don't know how I feel about it. Um, let's see, where is this actually? It's trade, chart dome settings. No, no, no. It's trade. Fuck, man. CR chart is really, really complicated. How do I do it? Isn't it here? No, it's not here. It's trade draw settings, I think. General trade. here? Is it this? I don't even think it's this. Where the fuck is it? Recent bid volume, recent ask volume. Let me change this just to make sure what I'm doing here. No, it doesn't make sense. That's not what I just changed. Profit and loss up, profit and loss down. This is what it was. I think this is it, yeah. But what am I even looking at? It's this chart, graphic settings for the chart. Use global graphic settings and edit these settings. Apply. Oh, I see. Global settings, graphic settings, global. Trade DOM, order fills, buy entry, buy exit, sell entry, sell exit, text color. Trade DOM text color. Is it this? Sorry guys, bear with me. I'm trying to figure shit out here, man. It's fucking complicated. Oh, I see what's changing. I think it's this that's changing. No, not even. I thought it was this that's changing, but it's not. Column lines. Okay, we're getting somewhere. We're touching something. It's gray though. It's supposed to be gray. Last size bit trade, same price and side background color. That's white. That's not gray. Let's try something here. We're on 1 micro, right? Yeah, we're on. Hold on. Fuck this. It's this. We are on 1 micro. Nope, not even. Probably not the best fucking use of my. I think I should just be in a simulation mode like an idiot. I don't know what I'm doing here. It's okay. Markets only go up anyway. It's fine. Holy shit, this is really annoying. Where the fuck is the current? It's gotta be like current price or something, like current traded total volume, current traded. Maybe this? No. It's gotta be like a profit loss type thing. Oh, there you go. Finally. Like yellow like this. I don't think I can change the transparency of this, by the way. There's nothing that I can do to change the transparency of this. Yellow's ugly. It's gotta be a neutral color, you know? Maybe like purple. Everybody likes purple or blue. No, blue can indicate, being in profit. Fuck it, guys. Keep it gray. Gray's better. It's fine. Gray's better. Try to keep it as neutral as possible to like avoid bias. Had some really good trades here today. Was barely offside on this one. What was this? From 69 to 51. 20 points. And these were the best trades. Got stopped out here, I remember. I de-risked a little bit. I added some more. I was offside a little bit over here for sure. I should have added more down here. Got out at this top tick. I wasn't even in on big size either. But today was a pretty good day. Passed the funded accounts. Can't complain. These imbalances are great, especially when it's like an uptrend day. So 5 trades, no point in over trading at this point, you know. Oh, I just realized on the thumbnail that I created, I wrote funded accounts, but in reality, those were the evaluation accounts. Whoops. Technically, I passed, right, today, so that's okay. Let's take a look at what's going on here. A lot of rotations in this area. Establishing value right above value area high. This trend line is still kind of holding. Possible that we look to fill this gap. Right? Look to build some volume here and continue higher. Because if I said this earlier today in the morning, I said if we break 330, very high likelihood that we're going to continue higher. We went through all of these imbalances and we went through them pretty quickly, right? I think we struggled a little bit around here from 330. If I'm not mistaken, we definitely struggled. Where is this 330? I don't actually know. I think it was 230 where we struggled. 330 we shot straight up. From 330 we went straight up. So we broke those imbalances. Went straight to and through there isn't much in terms of resistance now. Could this... There isn't much in terms of resistance. There shouldn't be much in terms of resistance right now. Right? The next resistance would be this midpoint, which is just in line with the trend line. But I would argue that it's not that strong of a point because midpoint should technically be here where we're finding some resistance anyway. Yeah, it's possible that we don't really have much. I think 400 is definitely possible today. 12,400. We come back here at 350, 355, and we push back up, I think. Because that would also coincide with value area high and with this trend line. Right, but if we break 350, then the next zone would be 320. You break 350, you start to range between 320 and 350 before you make a move up, before you make a move higher. That's very possible. I can see that happening. So if I were to trade this, I would put bids. It's difficult. I would put bids here if that fails. Or you put bids here, put bids all the way here, but you put the majority of your size here. Right? Where your stop should technically be, you put that's where your entry is. You get the best fill, and then you're gone. You kind of don't want to go below 12,300. Yeah, you don't want to go below 12,300, I think. A good entry would be 12,350. Or at the very least, this trend line would be pretty good. Put bids here, you put your stop below the trend line, you break the trend line, you can re-enter at 320. I know it's messy because you're putting orders everywhere. So if you really absolutely want to get in on a trade, here is where you should start putting in bids. Here, here, right? Put your stop here if you'd like, or if you're going in with very minimal size here, you can put the majority of, or the rest of your orders around here, and you put your stop below here. Yeah. That being said, I did forget about this. I removed the IB range. If you guys are still watching, you guys still trading? Did you make money? I still maintain this is the better entry here. If you want to be more precise, ATR's died down, so it's like I'm just taking trades for fun. Fuck it. No point. Alright guys, I'll be back tomorrow. I will be back to trade tomorrow. We just passed our evaluation accounts on Apex. I won't be here next week. I'll be away for vacation for 1 week. But by the time I get back, I'll be trading. So next week, what I'll be doing is I'll be trading daily, but very minimal, just one micro, just to kind of just to get those trade days counted. So by the time that I come back next 2 Mondays from now, we'll have our funded accounts ready to go and we'll be trading those. Also, in the meantime, I might take advantage of Apex's 80% off sale, so I might get 1 or 2 more accounts just for the heck of it. So we will be having, most likely we'll have 2 evaluation accounts, 2 funded accounts, for a total of 4 accounts. And yeah, guys, I will see you tomorrow. Thank you for joining. Thanks for participating. If there's anything you'd like to add, any questions, just let me know. Anything else you guys would like to see? Any other type of content, etc., etc., let me know. On that note, I am out. And I'll see you later, alligators.